Hey guys, don't mind my disheveled look. I'm still not feeling super amazing, and we had a pretty long, rough night with Henrik yesterday. But today I wanted to show you guys my my home. The gentleman who had our house before us lived here for 50 plus years. He never did anything to his house. He never changed it. So he moved to a retirement facility. A contractor bought the home. He did some minimal work and then he sold it. So this is where we are today. If you're interested in seeing what the house looked like before, I'm linking it down below. There is a blog post with lots of photos. So there's lots of things that we've done, and I'll walk you through that and sort of show you, you know, what we've done, how we've made it a little bit more usable. What I want to say is this: we live in downtown Toronto. Our house is small. It's a semi-detached. We're attached to a neighbor. It's very long and skinny. So it's just one bathroom, a tiny bathroom. So is it super challenging living in a smaller home? Yes. Would it be nice to have a second toilet somewhere? Yes. With 4 people in our home using toilets, Magnus potty trained too. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a challenge, but you know what? It's fine. Like, my great grandmother had an outhouse, and somehow they survived, and there's 4 kids in her family. So I'm gonna put my hair up quick and then start walking you around our space. But yeah, keep in mind our house is small, our bedrooms are small. Storage in one of these really old homes is at a premium. So when you first come into our home, we've got a very tiny entryway. There used to be 2 doors that you would separate from our main door. We've put in a new door here. So we had this old wooden door. Now our entryway, we try to keep it pretty minimal and uncluttered. We do have shoes that collect at the front, but we have a mudroom in the back, which is where we keep all of our shoes and our coats and hats, and especially in the winter time. So usually if we take off our shoes in the front, once they've dried out on the mat, we take them and we put them in the back. I really love the reclaimed brick. I didn't want to nail anything into it because that will ruin it. So we don't have hooks there. What I do have though is 2 baskets underneath the credenza at the very front, which we throw the things that we need, like bags, you know, if I'm running out the door, hats and scarves and things that that don't make it to the back of. So once you get past the entryway, the first thing you see is the stairs. They go straight upstairs. So I'll show you upstairs first before we come back down. So upstairs we have our bedroom. It's pretty basic. We've done quite a bit. We put in some built-in shelves. We closed out a closet and then put in what I like to call fake built-in closets. We put in built-in shelves up at the very top. When we first moved in, this piece here that you see going up and down, this is a piece of the chimney, so it always had that as a bulkhead, and the actual wall is behind it. So if you can imagine, this sort of went all the way up and down. There was no built-ins, no nothing like that. On this side where this mirror is, used to be a door, and it was a very tiny closet. That was the only closet in this room. I put in built-ins here. These are just IKEA closets, but then we had the contractor trim them in, not very successfully. As you can see at the top, we had a really crappy one when we first moved in. We didn't really have a lot of money, so we just did kind of a quick and dirty job, but it did fit. So, you know, in order to be able to open and close the door, we did this. So we put in smaller shelves here. This one's my closet. It's pretty messy. I need to clean it up. And this is Michael's. It's also quite messy. And then, so they're totally separated, though they look like they're one. You know, this is mine. Again, super messy. And then on this side is Michael's. Okay, so we're gonna go show you guys. Oh boy, it's a big yawn. We're gonna go show you guys the kids' rooms. So this is the boys' room. It's pretty small, but it's okay. So we, the closet that we ended up closing on our side, we opened it up and made a double closet in here. And, well, it's not the best. We need to probably tidy up all this Lego. Oh my god, so much Lego. So this is all their books, all their Lego. The empty fish tank from when our fish died. It's been a while. We need to buy new fish. And then this serves as another toy chest. And then those are all just like IKEA storage. They used to be organized and they're not anymore. One of these days maybe I'll organize them. Oh, Henrik loves this room. It's like, we got the map at a vintage shop. Johannes sleeps on top, Magnus sleeps on the bottom. He's got the rail because he somehow finds himself onto the carpet and was having really terrible sleep. So although technically he doesn't hurt himself when he falls off, it does disrupt his sleep, so now I put that up. But the kids do have a big closet and some of it functions as a linen space now. So I put a lot of our bedding in there, which is obviously bulky and it takes up a lot of room. I guess the one thing that I would say is because our house is so small, we really try to maximize what we have and minimize the things that we don't need. So I try not to collect books that aren't, you know, needed. And what I typically do for now, and it's not a perfect system, but as I go through and I clean up and I organize, I take things that I think I still need, but that just take up visual clutter or physical space, and I put them in clear boxes and I put them in the basement. And if, you know, 6 months from now, a year from now, I haven't opened up that box, it just goes away. It gets donated, or, you know, certain things I try to sell. If I don't use it for a certain period of time, it means I don't need it, so it's gone. We'll let him play there. And this is Henrik's room. This room had no closet space whatsoever, so we put these in. They're just IKEA, but they actually have a lot of space in there. This is his change table, which we don't really use anymore. And then I just use baskets to kind of, you know, separate all the things that we need. And then he has some small toys that he plays with on the very bottom. He was in here playing, so this is it. There's really not a lot of space for a lot of things in here, but it's got great light, it's nice and bright, and that's okay. This room is also very, very, very cold. So we have a Dyson heater and air purifier that works really well. This room isn't insulated at all, so that's one of the things that we're gonna do when we do our addition. We're actually going to expand our house. I don't know if you can see my neighbor's house where it ends. We're going to expand this house out to there, and then we have, you know, these little bookshelves here. And this is our super tiny, super scary bathroom. There's really no space for anything in here, but our bathtub doubles as storage for now. We have 2 cats. Our female cat is scared of going downstairs. So we have a cat litter box in the basement, but then we also have one upstairs in our tiny bathroom. So the cats go between the two of them, and yes, we'll go to the basement and use it there. We have a cat door in our door to the basement, so he can go in and out. And then we installed this sort of medicine cabinet. It's just a plain one from IKEA, and this is where we store all of our stuff. Some of you are asking about toy storage. This here, aside from the toy, this here is toy storage. So part of the kids' job is to put everything away when they're done playing with it. Now, our built-in shelves were an add-on. So there was an old fireplace that went right there where, you know, where the mirror is. So to make it more visually appealing, we had these built-ins done. We had that mirror made. Well, I had it custom made. I couldn't find something that was big enough for that space. So it's old barnwood. I had it made. And then to show you guys this light, this is by far my absolute favorite feature of this room. This is an Egyptian pendant light. It's handmade, and it was worth every penny because of the way that it shines the light. It's my favorite thing. I don't know. I love it. We also have normal, you know, pot lights, and they're on dimmers, and that's above. But when I'm sitting here on my couch and I'm reading or I'm doing work in the evening, this is the light I turn on. Maddie's bed is behind the armchair. She likes it. She likes to be stuck, and you know, she likes the dark and the cave-like, I think, aspect of it. So Maddie's toys are in here, and a couple of her blankets. We have lots of throws and lots of blankets around. There's always someone who's sick or someone who needs, you know, to get comfortable and cozy. So this is a blanket basket, and then we have the throws here too. One thing you guys will notice on these shelves, as well as the shelves in my room, is my books. I turn them all this way instead of having the covers facing out. I just think it looks cleaner, looks nicer. I'm going from our living room into our dining room. We have a gallery wall here that needs to be updated because there's no photo. We don't have any photos of Henrik. We have a credenza. I found this piece on Craigslist for really cheap. Because our house is such like a weird sort of shape, a lot of the furniture pieces were custom. So you guys saw the mirror. There's also the entryway credenza as well. That one again was custom made. And so was our dining room table. I couldn't find apartment size tables, were too small, and normal house tables were too long, and they took up too much space. A lot of the pieces inside the bar cart, not the alcohol pieces, but the crystal, were actually, this for example was my great-grandfather's, and so were his Scotch glasses. And we go into the kitchen, which is quite small and tight. So we have our fridge on this side. The ice cube thing doesn't work. We will need to swap that out. This kitchen, when we moved in, had cabinets. Actually, before we moved in, when we bought the house, had cabinets here and cabinets here. There was no island. It was just sort of a walk-through kitchen, and I didn't really think it worked very well. Storage is at a premium. We have a lot of messy drawers, and one of the things that I'm going to be doing in the next coming weeks is actually going through these and organizing it, because it's a disaster. We don't have a lot of counters, or we don't have a lot of cabinet space. This isn't a cabinet, it's actually our dishwasher. I think it's an IKEA one. This is kind of like a little pantry. Again, super messy. My kitchen needs a lot of work, so I'm going to focus a lot of energy here. Now, we put in these shelves. They're just from IKEA. We had it reinforced on the back to make sure it doesn't fall off. Again, this sort of needs to be organized. These are just baskets to help organize things. This seems to be the catch-all hook, so we put everything up here. We have the dog coat. We have some random scarves. The kids have a little kitchen thing there. That door leads to our scary, scary basement. And this is our mudroom. It is a mess, and I won't be cleaning until it's actually warm out. So this is our mudroom. It's actually more like a covered porch. There's no heat. Right now it's snowing, and this space is freezing. It's great for putting things in there. Okay, I wasn't going to show you my scary basement because, well, it's scary. We do have some hooks up here. They were here when we moved in, and a couple of things do get hung up here. So, you know, all of our random bags that we use for garbage, old Halloween candy, I need to do something about that. Let's go. Our basement is not finished. You have been warned. It is a disaster zone. So, here is an aerial view of all the crap. Kids' toys are back there. So, things that are not being used currently get put in totes and get put here. But the problem is, the kids come down here, they take stuff and they bring it up, and then they bring it back down and they dump it wherever. So every couple of months I need to go through this, clear it all out, put everything back. It's a process. Christmas stuff, again, needs to be put away. One thing we need to do once it's a little bit warmer out is go through all of this and just get rid of the things that we no longer need. This is a project in itself because this is literally everything. Hockey stuff, hockey equipment, cat litter, more hockey equipment. Now, over here, these are shelves. We have a lot of our kitchen stuff, pantry type things, cleaning supplies. Oh boy. Maybe this is a YouTube type of episode all in its own. So there you have it. That is my house tour. That is a tour of my terrifying basement. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today. Thank you so much for taking a tour of my house. Remember to subscribe and ask any questions in the comments. I promise I read everything and I will answer back, even if it's not right away. Thanks so much. Bye.